from those two guys. As Connell set to put a personal improvement on that. 130 dead. Blades doesn't improve, he's in the garage, and Dan doesn't do his lap either. So here comes Steve. Steve AMG down the main straight. What's his lap time going to be? It's 130.3. It's a Mercedes in P2.
That is a brilliant lap there from Steve. Yeah,
real promise.
Yeah, I was just about to say, he's using my old wheel. Yeah, he's really showing the pace now, isn't he? Probably took him a bit of time to get up to speed, but now he's, I think he's starting to get into the groove now, where he's getting used to the wheel, getting used to, you know, how the force feedback works, and it's starting to pay off for him, like I said, P2.
Yeah, he was looking good last week. It was only that he pitted early along with Ricky, but just couldn't keep the tyres going as long as Ricky was, and fell away. But his pace was good, and he's at the front, which is what he couldn't do last season. He was struggling at the back, and he would get caught up in issues. So great result. But Connell as well. Connell was another one I jinxed last week. If any of you guys did watch last week's race, I was complimenting how good he was doing on the hard tyre, and then he lost it going out of turn 8. So, but again, another good showing in quali on the soft tyre.
And obviously, it could have been missed most of qualifying. Compared to last week in Spain, it's going to be a similar race. It's going to be it should be a one-stop race for the medium runners. And obviously, if you're one of the soft guys at the front, aka Connell, Steve, Dan, Matty, you want to be hoping for the same as last week, hoping for a VSC or a safety car, and that would really help them. So it'd be interesting to see, you know, whether a safety car does come out or not. So those guys will be really needing that.
Absolutely. I think obviously with the people that are starting on softs, is it going to be a two-stop for them, or can they get away with eking out on the hard?
Maybe a soft hard. I mean, it was,
couldn't do it before.
No, it was doable last week. However, I think a track like China probably eats into the tyre more. And even if you did have a safety car whilst you're on a hard tyre during that stint, whether you'd be able to save enough tyre life towards the end would be an ask. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the two-stopper definitely was closer in performance, I think, in this game at Spain than last year's game. It'd be interesting to see, because always with this track, it's traditional that if you want to get a one-stop, you have to qualify on that medium tyre. The soft tyre is no good. You end up having to do a two-stop. So it'll be interesting to see whether it's better or not on this game, whether you can eke the tyre out a little bit more with those soft tyres. But the guys on mediums, it's an easy one-stopper. Both the medium and hard are pretty good. The hard, obviously, just, again, like Spain, lasts forever. But it is dry, so we have got a dry race. But if you guys can let us know who you think is going to win this race, send your comments through, as I'm going to be looking through on the Twitch app.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep an eye on these guys to see who's going to be a naughty boy. Who's going to be on a naughty step this week. Hopefully they all behave. They did last week. It took quite a while. So, yeah.
Yeah. We've, so far so good. I've got the timer on. With about, a minute's gone.
Yeah, but like I was saying about before, just to go off from last week, Matty won last week, didn't he? And I'll tell you what with Matty, because I wanted to just bring him up earlier. I think he's got a really good chance at potentially challenging for a driver's title. And I know we've just started, and we have 20 races after this, but from what I've seen from him the last few weeks, he has really, really shown some good pace. And I know that I spoke to him before the race here, and he weren't too confident, but you never know on a track like China where it could bring a lot of drama. So even though you might not feel like he's got the pace, it's like you said, like I always say, never ever give up. Doesn't matter where you are.
Absolutely, I could agree. And I feel like this game suits him more because from the get-go, he took another level on this game, like even from the very beginning. So I think this game has helped. But if you think about his progress from season 4, for example, to season 6, is really shown dramatically. And with that comes confidence, winning races, being at the front. It's just like in real life. Like once you're at the front, you're like, oh, I can compete with these guys, and instantly there's that. You don't have that sort of intimidation being racing at the front, like you might have had when you're in the midfield or further towards back. So yeah, he's been brilliant, and he showed really well. He deserved that win in Spain. Further back this time, obviously choosing the medium tyre. His teammate Dan is on the soft tyre for this race. For the start of the race anyway. The leading medium guy is Muzzer, so Muzzer on that you'd say is the favourite in position wise, but I'm going to go prediction wise. I think Rob looked really good in Spain last week. I think he's in contention. So I'm P6. I think it's going to be either him or Muzzer that take the win.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Muzzer tonight. I think he's probably disappointed in last week. I think both of Ferrari guys were. I think I was expecting them to be challenging for the win last week. Just didn't go their way though, strategy wise. So, but I think they're gonna show. I mean, we do have Ricky in 10th though, so he will have to carve through the field though if he wants to. Get to where his teammate is, and obviously it'd be crucial for the likes of Blades and Dan to get a good start as well on their soft tyre and try and jump Muzzer. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. 28 laps of China about to begin.
Absolutely, and Ricky, it's a good mention. Quietly being P10, it's probably one of the worst places to be in though because he doesn't get a fresh set of tyres. He has got those mediums he used in quali. So, if I'm sure he'd rather have been P11 than P10. It's one of those positions, but it won't stop him. He will be relentless as we wait for the final few cars, obviously. And Snipes has apparently already been disqualified again. So, before this race has even begun, Snipes looks like he is not going to start. As we wait, it could be an error on my timer. Oh yeah, it's an error. He's back on now. So we wait for the lights. 1 light, 2 lights, 3, 4, 5 lights. And we are away here in China. Great start by Connell. Steve, not such a great start. And Muzzer and they are coming through. And Steve's going to lose another place maybe to the Alpha as they go through turn 1. All trying to get through nicely. Careful not to get any wing damage as they go through the snail area, as I like to call, and then the long left-hander all the way to turn 4. But it's Connell that gets to start. Muzzer P2 and Blades is in P3 with the Mercedes and the Alpha fighting Steve and Dan. And Dan doesn't get I think he gets better traction, but he's going to hold behind for now.
Yeah, nice clean start from F1 there. Yeah, Steve unfortunately losing a couple of positions there. Another one, Rage Snipes, who was disqualified doing formation. He's gained 4 places though, so it's a good start from him.
Yeah, really good start. Ricky staying in P10, Thibaut dropping, but Snipes and Lars Van really picking up the speed and already a few places starting on those fresh mediums. But as we head towards the long back straight, at one stage was the longest straight in F1. Obviously, Azerbaijan dwarfs it nowadays. You're in the background, the Mercedes already having to try and break the toe as Dan makes a move around the outside. Use a bit more overtake, and this is what's going to happen. People will use that overtake in the first few laps. DRS.
Yeah, Ronan goes deep, gets past Steve as well.
Brilliant move from Roland. And you also got Robbins. Now Rob's trying to find a way past Steve. Steve not looking so good on this heavy fuel load. Maybe it's the tyres not getting up the temperature, or maybe it's just that start. Not getting a great start, and you lose your rhythm. It's so crucial to get that rhythm in at the start, and if you're just getting overtaken, it doesn't happen.
Yeah, so we look there. Winners off the start, and Blades, Roland, and the leaderboards. Oh no, It's glitched.
Yeah.
It's Jay Prentice in the lead. Oh no.
That was close enough.
There we go.
Yeah. Musical chairs there. Real stands.
Yeah. But I tell you what, Muzzer's having a great start here. On the medium tyre, second place, only a second off Connell. Just needs to push a little bit more to get into the DRS zone. I haven't done any soft running yet, so I'm going to hazard a guess it might go off around lap 5 or 6. I just see Connell just getting a bit loosey-goosey there. Comes out onto the back straight.
Yeah, I agree with you. The soft tyre normally around, well, in previous games, lap 4, lap 5, you're wanting to be stopping. They do not last that long at all. And Blades looks like he's struggling to keep. Dan, in fact, Dan has got up in a P3. Dan looking really good on those soft tyres. And he gets past Blades. Blades again, qualifying well. Can he convert that into a good result today at the Chinese Grand Prix? Steve in P6 hasn't lost any more. In fact, he's been able to keep Rob behind him. We've got Matty Robbo chasing Rob down. Jizzy Ricardo still in P10 right now. But Snipes and Just Chris have really moved up forward. P12, P13 for them.
Yes, another race is it's not say died down, but now F1's calmed down and not still jockeying for position. It's just key now for these guys in the midfield just to stay in DRS with each other. We know how important the overtake button is on this game. As you can see already, Roland's already used a lot of it. He's only down to 37%. So now it's crucial for all these guys now just to stay in DRS, save a bit of battery, and be tactical with it. Because on this track, this is where you want to be using your overtake. As we've got a yellow flag in it. It's an AlphaTauri that's off.
Yeah.
And that's the J.
Virtual safety car.
Yeah, I think Jay's lost it there.
I was about to say the ERS on Dan and Roland is very low. Roland's on 9%, Dan's on 24%. If you put that into perspective, Connell's on 86, Muzzer's on 40, he's had to use a bit more, but Blades has hardly used any. He's on 90%. So Blades, fair play to him, is playing the long game here. Steve as well on 87. A lot of the guys, apart from Roland and Dan have heavily abused their ERS, and Roland's already pitting. Smart.
It's a smart decision there. They're gonna, So they're both pitted very smart, and they're going to save a lot of time now. As track is still under virtual safety car as well, so this is perfect for these guys. And I'm surprised as to why the likes of Dan, Blades, and Steve didn't pit either.
Yeah, very surprised with that decision because it was not a free stop. Oh, Connell has to be careful that he doesn't speed, and as we go green again. But those guys, Connell and Roland, they're going to really benefit from this, and maybe in the hunt now. This is maybe what you need, that little bit of a difference between a two-stopper and a one-stopper. They probably saved a good 5 seconds from it. Obviously, it's a very effective saving of strategy there. But as we go back to the front, that means Muzzer takes the lead, as we would have expected, but not maybe so early. Dan following 2 seconds ago, but I can see Muzzer should be able to pull away very soon.
Yeah, it's going to come to the point now in the next couple of laps. Those soft tyres are just going to start to lose a bit more time and grip. So, as we've got,
I think, a train, haven't we?
Yeah, we have a Steve train here. Oh, actually, Steve's attacking Pure Blades here.
Yeah. Oh, and look at the Haas. He's trying to have a look. Rob's trying to have a look. He's going to be on the outside though, 90 degree. You normally have to back out. And he does. There's Matt. Matt is ready, and you've got the DRS train now. Look at this, side by side. Matty Robbo and Rob. Matty Robbo might take the move here. No, Matty sensibly runs the car wide and avoids making contact with the Haas driver. And then you've got closely following Jizzy and Ricky.
Yeah, got a big train there, and Ray Snipes isn't too far behind either. He's only 1 second off of Ray Snipes. So, as we see,
Steve's
Robert.
lost it. Oh, Steve lost the back end, and then hit Matty Robbo. Sorry, he just lost the rear end, and he lost the back end. It went into Matty. Matty didn't pick up any damage, but Steve, unfortunately, for him, has some bad front wing damage. He's going to have to. I mean, fortunately, he can pit at the end of this lap, so he's not going to lose too much time. But yeah, he's going to have to pit, but he's going to lose the time in the pit stops now. Oh, look at this! There's a massive train. Blades holding up all these guys.
There's nearly, there's coming up to nearly an 8-car train here. As Robert, here comes Robert. Overtake button's on. He's going to hit the DRS button now.
I think we lost a bit of time with Jizzy there, but yeah, here we go. Cool Blades. Look at Matty down the inside, is he? Oh, he forbear off it. He's going to go around the outside, and he gets past. Well, Blades' tyres, I think, have gone. I'd be very surprised if he doesn't pit. And he doesn't. Okay, I'm very surprised he didn't pit. But he is looking for a way back past Matty Robbo. Pit window is now open for the hard strategy. So I guess some of these guys are going to pit and go on to the hards.
Yeah, so
the pit window is open.
Yeah, I think maybe the only reason why Blades is staying out is just the fact that he's in DRS. Yes, he is losing a little bit of time, but I don't know whether the fact, like you said, as you can just look how many cars there are.
Yeah, but the problem is he's going to be a sitting duck surely, because yeah, okay, he's in this DRS, but he's going to have to try and keep the car from spinning, and it's not the most effective way. If he's doing a two-stop, it's not the most effective way. You know, he'd be better off pitting, because two-stop is all about not, slowing down. You're just on the fastest tyre. When they wear out, you just pit. If he's going for the one-stop, then this makes more sense. If he's going to put the hards on, but yeah, he's running the risk here. I mean, right now he's got no grip. You can just see him. Like he's just causing a massive train, and he's already getting overtaken.
Before
in the banking.
Yeah, before the back straight even started, Ray Snipes.
He just get DRS because of that.
Oh, Ricky as well. Ricky had a great run on all of them.
I think he's going to get. Well, you got the Snipes trying to get through, and I think he has with the outside line bit of traction. Oh no!
There's contact there between Joe Prentice and Blaze at the hairpin. And there's it's all got a bit messy there.
Yeah, Blaze is pitted, and this is what I'm saying. When you're struggling with pace, you become a sitting duck, and people just all over you. And he's got caught out there. No wing damage, and it is the hards, so he was planning to do the one stop.
Yeah. So Dan as well as pitted, he's onto the hard tyre as well, so he thinks he can make it to the end on those tyres.
Well, it did see it. It said the pit lane would be open, so we'll see.
And I mean, meanwhile at the front, Muzza is just off. He's got a 7-second gap already to Robert. So Muzza in complete control now. He just needs to keep a good pace and hope there's no safety car VSCs that could potentially hamper him now. But yeah, he's in a really good spot right now.
Yeah, it's looking very good so far. Although Rob took a second now on Muzza in this lap alone. So Rob has got a real good turn of pace. It'll be interesting to see what his lap time is next time by, because the last lap they both did identical times, 1:35.5. Rob just a few hundredths quicker. But here we go, as I'm sure Muzza is going to improve? No, he doesn't improve. It's a slow lap, 8 tenths down. Meanwhile, Rob is looking on course to set a personal best, which he does. So Rob is flying. Muzza either was saving ERS, or Rob generally has the pace over Muzza.
Yeah, like I said, it could have been a mistake as well. You never know. Like we said, because we weren't streaming during qualifying, we were saying before about this track in general. It must be a lovely track to drive in real life, but on this game, it's such a difficult track because you've got low speed and mid and high speed corners, and and like we said in qualifying, to nail a lap round here, it is tricky. And these guys have got to remember they have race fuel in, so they just have to be careful. As we're watching Ricky now going through the section, it's such a tricky section to get right. And like we said, with race fuel on, he just needs to. You just have to have a really well balanced rear end around this track.
Yeah, it's a very. I'd say it's a very unique track. There's no other track like it on the calendar. Where you've got the first corner, for example, it's 360-degree corner.
With yellow in sector 3. Oh, it's Lars.
It is. It's Lars. You're right. So, and he didn't get any wing damage, but maybe those mediums now are starting to struggle. And Dan is already around the back of him as well. As Kelster makes a move on Sneaky Tom. Sneaky Tom fights back. And battling between those two, Sneaky Tom back into P9. But he has got that Red Bull right behind him, and it has DRS, as we see it. Williams making a move down the inside. That's just Chris on Jay Prentice. Still, Jay Prentice tries to hang it out on the outside to try and be on the inside for the next bit, which he still is. But it's just not quite close enough alongside to make the move stick. Just Chris gets into P6.
Yeah, shut the door on him there. Didn't want any of Chris then. A good defending there from a fellow Brit. He's got Rage Sipes now. I think there's going to be a train forming soon, and I think it's going to be the Matty Robbo train, because he's got Rage Snipes, got Ricky, and the likes of Chris is 3 seconds back, so we'll see if Rage Snipes can get a good run out of. I don't know what this corner's called, but it's like a spoon corner.
Yeah. I don't know what any of the corners are.
No.
I'll be honest. It's it's terrible, I know, but it's just looking here. 5.2 is now the gap. Rob is bringing it down. All I'll say is, it'll be interesting to see if Snipes gets past Matty Robbo. I think. Oh, Matty Robbo fights back though. Fair play. Snipes right behind him though.
Oh, it's all over the back of him.
DRS.
Yeah, he's got the job done there. Oh, yellow in sector 3.
It's a Red Bull. It's a Red Bull and it's Kelster. Now, has he got wing damage? Terrible camera angle.
Yeah, I don't think he's got any wing left. Oh no, he does. He's only got half a wing left. Oh.
Yeah, he's got a little bit, so not to warrant a safety car or a VSC. But
no. Well, I've seen Kelster when Racing was making a move, and Kelster was making a move down the hairpin on Sneaky Tom. I don't know whether they made a bit of contact until the last corner. Might be why he's got wing damage. Yeah, that's unfortunate for Kelster.
Yeah, unfortunately indeed. I will say, interestingly, is whoever wins this race is going to have good pace on the hard tyre. Because at the moment, it's hands down Rob, and even Snipes. Snipes doing much better in race, much more. This is very much like those two guys' race pace last week, much stronger. And to be fair, Snipes' rage is equaling the pace of Rob. Yellow in sector 2.
Yeah, but that's Kelster. Yeah, who's damaged wing.
Yeah, Kelster goes slow. But we've got I think we've got an interesting race on our hands, and once those guys go on the hard, who is going to be the quick one? As Muzzer does 135.6, Rob does 135.3, so again a few tenths.
Oh, and there's a hat off, and it's Lars again. Oh, he's lost it.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going to call it spoon corner this race. Yeah, I think he's lost it again. Yeah, he did that a few laps ago, and he's again unfortunate for him. It's such a tricky corner in general. You have to get the power down just at the right time to get a really good exit out there, and unfortunate for Lars there.
Yeah, those hard tyres, medium tyres are well and truly wrecked, I think. Such a tyre beater because of those corners like that long spoon curve, turn 1, the sector 2 where you've got a long left and right hand nest. they really punish the tyres. And there we go as Lars goes in the pits. Wouldn't be surprised if he did retire. Gap between, and he does retire. Gap between Muzza and Rob, 4.6 seconds. And Snipes 3.8 on Rob, so the gaps both ends are coming down very, very slightly. Matty Robbo trying to keep up with Snipes, but he just doesn't quite have the pace right now. He's 1.1 seconds behind. And then we've still got obviously a lot of guys yet to pit. Half the field yet to pit.
Sorry to cut you off there. We had Jay Prentice just absolutely send it down at the hairpin on Chris Ed. Very aggressive from Jay Prentice there, but he's got the movement as Chris pits.
Got Matty Robbo in the pits. So he is one of the first ones to blink. He's going to try and get that undercut on Snipes. It's going to force Snipes to have to pit, surely. Unless the medium on Snipes is still good enough. And now where is he going to come out? Matty is going to come out in clear air, which is perfect. So Matty can go on with his final stint on those hard tyres. And let's have a look on the pace then. I'm going to put him on leader pace to see whether he is any quicker in these first few sectors. He's 32.3 behind the leader at the moment, so keep an eye out on that.
Yeah, like I say, not sure how long the pit stop is around here. If I'm going to hazard a guess, the pit lane is quite it's a tricky pit lane to enter, so you're looking at about maybe around a 30-second pit stop if I'm going to throw the dice and have a guess. So yeah, Matty really needs to put in a good lap here. Like I said, he's got clean air. He's got T-Bolt up the roads, only 1.4 seconds. So
he is starting to pull the gap in, and Muzza pits. And so obviously in the window now. Rob does the same, so I expect Snipes to do as well. No, Snipes doesn't.
No, stays out for another lap. Ricky goes in as well.
Yeah, because looking at the gap, Matty was starting in the second sector, and he's got DRS. He's already caught up to the back of Tebow. That might damage his hopes for a little bit in this final sector. There goes Muzza coming out of the pits, and so to Rob, and there's Dan. Dan doesn't end up getting ahead of Rob though, as Matty is going past Tebow.
Yeah, makes a move there, stick. Nice move there from Matty. He needed that.
That's leaves the session.
Yeah, just to note as well that Lewis, Ferrari had a great double stack there. I just kept an eye on Ricky and Muzza. I wasn't sure there was going to be a potential, sort of glitch, but they got that double stack to a T then. So yeah, good job by Ferrari guys.
Gotta love a good double stack done yes. Right. It's one of the best, most satisfying team strategic things we can do on this game. So hard with the old games to get it right, but yeah, nicely done by the Ferrari boys. Good spot on that one. So, Rage Snipes still in the lead, still on those mediums. Will he pit this time by? If he doesn't, no, he does.
Yes, he
so
does.
Interesting. I'm surprised he went, a lap longer and 2 laps longer than Matty Robbo, because I would have thought he's going to sacrifice. Matty's going to get past him.
Yeah.
He will be stronger, but it's only a lap compared to his rivals. So Connell has already got past. Muzza has as well. And now Rob is coming past Snipes. Now, and so too Dan. Matty is going to be very close. It's going to be very, very close. And he does it just.
Just, yeah.
So that's what shows you. So it's only 2 laps in it. But Matty was a second, 1.2 behind before he pitted. He's now jumped Snipes. And it's just 2 laps difference on those hards. So I really don't see the point in going longer unless you have to pace and you can allow the tyre to go that much longer. Really, to get an advantage, you need a good 5 laps. Pressure hards, I think. to make it justified. Otherwise, you're just causing more of an issue for yourself.
And I think, like we said, that clear air when Matty pitted was so crucial. So we only had if he was in traffic right behind so it was Tebow, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
If he was behind Tebow and he was getting caught up with him in sector 1, sector 2, I don't think he would have made that move stick with Rage Snipes. So yeah, like I said, really crucial there for Matty Robbo. However, though, he's going to have Rage Snipes with him though, but he does have his teammate Dan, which he can use DRS with just to keep Rage Snipes at bay.
Yeah, Blades, his one-stop strategy really hasn't worked. So too Steve, they're both P14 and 15, just they're not quick. Those hards are not a quick tire to be on. And a lot of the guys who started on the mediums have ended up getting ahead, obviously, and they're not stopping again. So, yeah, it's not been a great strategy by those guys. I suppose, really, I mean, Connell is doing the two-stopper. I think the two-stopper, if you're going to start on the softs, the two-stopper is the better strategy, I think. Looking at it, because Connell is in P2 right now, and that is roughly, so he's 2 seconds behind the leader, while Blades and Deep are 29 seconds behind the leader. So Connell can basically pit and he'll still get ahead of those guys still.
Yeah, just just missed out. Matty got ahead of Dan, and Rage is all over the back of Dan here. I didn't catch that on stream. I'm not sure if that was a multi-2-1 between the Alpha guys. But you can see already how much of a gap Matty's opened up to his teammate. Yeah. I think Dan might be in a bit of trouble here.
Yeah, those fresh hards doing their job. As you see, Dan obviously starting on those soft tyres. He had to pit so much earlier, and already it's starting to degrade on performance compared to the guys around him. Here comes Rage, getting the DRS. Goes to the outside pretty early. Helps Dan be able to decide how he's going to defend. Oh, and he's on the dirty side of the track, but somehow still it's far long enough side Dan. No, he chooses against it. He wants to make the move into turn 1. Dan uses the overtake. He leaves the door open, and Snipes is going to make the move surely, which he does.
Oh, the yellow in sector 3. It's a Mercedes. Is it Steve? Oh, yes, it's Steve.
Oh, no, Steve.
Yeah, it's not...
Unfortunate.
Yeah. That's such a good qualifying. And, yeah, it just hasn't worked out from this race.
It looks... The position he's done it in, he must have lost the rear again. He must have got, too greedy on the throttle, because to lose it on the in-or, make contact with someone. But, yeah, that's Steve's race out again, unfortunately.
Just to know as well, Jay Prentice, he's in P1, he hasn't stopped yet, he started on the hard tyre. He's got a good option here. He can either maybe pit soon and go for mediums, or try and stretch him out, stretch his hard tyres out, and maybe try to go soft. If we're going to look at the gap, only thing is,
it's the fastest strategy. It's like doing the soft to hard. The problem is he will be so slow on that hard, so you have to literally take the soft and he pits anyway. So that makes that's his choice. He's decided he's going to do 12 laps, 13 laps rather than medium. Still a bit early. I think to. And again, actually no. If we like the car, he should be absolutely fine doing mediums for that long.
So he'll probably drop around the likes of Tebow, Justin, and. Connell, so
yeah, Ricky's going to get past him, but I think he will. I think Justin will as well. Just will get past, and just Chris is going to get it as well. So, but he is one of the few guys. In fact, he's the only guy who'll now be on fresh mediums. Everyone else is either on hards or old mediums. They expect Jay Prentice to start making inroads.
And of course, what doesn't help is obviously you've probably mentioned this with Thomas, is that during qualifying you don't get a set of hards during qualifying, so you get two sets of mediums and a hard. So strategy-wise, it's really thrown it up in the air this game, just not having that hard tyre for use in qualifying.
Yeah.
So
absolutely, it's it really is changing because you now have one option. If you want to go down the medium, you got to hope that you get that lap right, so you don't get 2 chances on that medium tyre. And you can't even now have a practice on the hard first. Okay, so you've got to run around on the softs.
yeah.
But Jay Prentice has got past Connell.
So,
Connell's elected. In fact, sorry, it was just Chris. Just Chris allowed Connell through because Connell is on obviously another set of mediums. So I lied. It's Jay Prentice and Connell, the 2 guys who are on the fast tyre. I think they have a great chance of getting a P6 here. P6 and P7, these guys, and maybe even better.
Oh, yellow in sector
I mean, if it's a safety car.
The yellow in sector 3, is that? Yeah, it's Pure Blades. I think he's lost it at the hairpin. It's just not gone his way tonight. He had it, like I said, he was the same as Steve. They had such a promising qualifying. Now it's just
it's their strategy, I think. Yeah, Dan, he's been able to make it right. Dan's actually much better than the other guys on those softs. But Dan is in P6, and I think he is going to struggle to stay in P6 because you've got Ricky closing in, and you've got the 2 medium runners as well in J-Players.
Yeah, I just want to say about
Blades taking an unusual route there. Really close. But yeah, sorry, Karen.
Sorry, I was just talking about Ricky. We were saying during the formation lap, expecting him to car through the field, and he hasn't really, has he? He's P7. He's closing in on Dan, but you would have thought you'd have to say he was one of the title contenders. He just doesn't seem like he has a pace tonight.
Yeah, he was not that quick on the medium. Obviously, there was a bit of traffic about, but yeah, he's not even really catching in on Dan. It's very small. But and the same for to be fair, Robin Muzzer. This could be a titanic showdown at the end. Oh, sector 3 again. Is that Blades again? Who's got? No, it's not Blades.
Oh, it might be the Red Bull. It might be the Red Bull of Chris or Justin.
Yeah.
None of them got wing damage, so one of them may have had a little spin again. Yeah.
Well, Muzzer and Gate, I mean, Snipes really shot himself in the foot. He is back in DRS mode.
Blades is out. I think he's...
Safety car!
Yeah, safety car. He's lost
car.
it. He's in the Giovinazzi, I believe.
He's done it. Yeah. That's right. So, and the Renault pits, Thibaut pits. Now then, this actually...
Dan's got a penalty. Oh, no.
This is what we needed. This is what we needed, KV. We needed this
to this is spice race up.
Things up.
Yeah, it's counter spec because I thought I wanted to see what happened to Blaze. Yeah, but yeah, he must have lost it last corner. He didn't watch Giovinazzi done a few years back, and that is through this race warranty out. I'm going to guess, Lewis, was a better man. Soft tyres.
Would I mean, it's a bit early for softs. No, I can't see softs making it to the end. But what do you do with your Muzzer? Do you do what we did? Stay on those hards and keep track position? I mean, it's around the same point, isn't it? He doesn't. He goes for he's going to go for the mediums.
Will Robert pit? Yes, he pits as well. So will Roland.
They have got a big gap, haven't they? Yeah. The whole field.
Yeah, a lot of these guys coming in now. Probably the smart idea. But I was going to say that because Muzzer does have a 3-second penalty as well. Not sure what the penalty is on likes of Robert and Matty, so yeah, all of these guys are going to pit. Anyone going to stay out?
And look at this, Jay Prentice and Connell are up to P3 and P4 with that. It worked out really nicely because of the fact, okay, they didn't. The guys who pitted saved a bit of time because of the speed you have to run at, but Jizzy's left. That's not deliberate. There are a few people who have gone onto the soft, but I think that's not the best. I mean, they're hoping that there's a couple of laps of the safety car. They will definitely have the pace. I mean, Roland is in the hot seat. He's P5, on softs. So it's going to be a tough one if they can make, they got 9 laps. Admittedly, it's probably going to, will the safety car come in at the end of this lap, or will they do another lap?
Yeah, like I said, those soft tyres. Initially, the first 2 or 3 laps they'll be set in purple sections left, right, and centre. But yeah, it's like you said, just when they get to like lap 26, 27, they might just start losing the performance. And yeah, but like you said,
Connell, if there's another lap under safety car, then it might have a chance. Let us know, guys, in the chat. What you reckon? Is the soft the right strategy, or is it the medium? Either way, Connell and Jay Prentice only got 3-lap-old mediums as well, so they're pretty fresh with their tyres.
Yeah. And also as well, I don't know if any of the soft tyre guys will have fresh softs. I'm not 100% sure if the likes of Roland and Rayshons have either got used softs from Quali or they're fresh. But we'll find out though. The safety car's going to stay out another lap.
Yeah.
So yeah, like you said, that's gonna favour likes of Roland and Rage Snipes, who are in a really good position here. And like I said, Jay Prentice and Connell as well. They're only on a few laps worn of medium, so this is going to spice things right up. And if you're Muzzer now, he's going to have next 3 laps when the safety car comes in. He's going to have some mighty laps to get the gap away from DRS and Robert, and also he has a 3-second penalty. So it's going to be crucial for him to really push once his safety car comes in.
Yeah, this is not what Muzzer wanted, because Rob was the quicker guy anyway, very, very slightly. But yeah, with having a penalty, safety car is the last thing you want. Getting the whole field, basically it's a reset. Getting everyone back together. It can really make or break people's races, safety cars. And Muzzer has got that stress off. It's not even a case of just a couple of laps. It's still got, when they restart, you've still got 7 laps in which to hold on. And will those soft tyres be able to make it? I think they will. The fact they can do 3 quali laps, and the guys who are on the softs, really, it was lap 4, but people were able to go further, and that's on heavy fuel load. So we're a much lighter fuel load on these cars now. I think the softs, they will definitely be struggling those last 2 laps. But if they are mighty at the beginning, oh boy, we got people like Roland, Snipes, Jizzy, Justin. Those guys will, especially on the restart, be looking very, very quick.
Yeah, it says, well, we've got 60 viewers here tonight. We apologise for the the late stream start. We had a few technical issues, but we want to thank you for joining us tonight. And yeah, so we've got a 6-lap showdown here in Shanghai. I don't want to put my money on anyone. I think Muzzer at the start. Now it's just thrown up in the air.
Safety car in this lap. I think I'm going to stick with my bet of Rob, Muzzer, and then I'm going to go for, now my P3. I still think Matty could nick it. It could be some carnage, but you must admit Jay Prentice and Connell look very good as well. If Roland isn't competitive at the end, so much to look forward to. We've just got a few more corners as the safety car is exiting the hairpin bend.
Yeah, what Muzzer wants to do here, he really wants to back this pack up, because once this safety car comes in, it's just coming into the pits now, he's going to have full control. Ooh, I think he's set off early. Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone for it. And we are restarting. There's been a bit of a gap. Roland had a terrible getaway. Roland's lost 2 seconds. I don't know what happened, but that is really that's the last thing he wanted on those soft tyres. He would have wanted to be right with Connell. He was just caught napping, but it'd be very interesting to see how much time he can claw back on this lap alone. That could have cost him the potential race victory today. I mean, he took 4 tenths out in one corner. Those tyres have so much more grip that they will be eating away from him.
Yeah, one thing Connor and Jay Prentice have to do right now, whilst Roland there's a slight gap, they need to work with each other here. Try and stay with each other's slipstream. Well, for Connell, and wait for that DRS to be reactivated, and that will help those two medium runners really well. But as you can see, though, gaps down nearly to under a second already. Roland's yeah.
Oh, virtual safety car.
What's happened
What's
there?
happened there?
Can't see anything on track. No one's gone off.
That's really weird.
I'm not sure if that's a glitch, or if someone's either coming together and it's triggered it. But whilst, I mean, like we just said for Connell, this is brilliant for these two guys. Well, no, or you could say for the soft guys, actually. My apologies.
Yeah. Soft guys again having a little break, saving their tyre. Yeah, definitely, it all helps. So we start lap 23 off 28.
Yeah, has Muzza gone back up to racing speed? No.
Yeah, it must be. Oh,
Tivo's got 3 second penalty. Yeah, I've been caught out on this a few times. You've got to really stay in that delta, because as soon as you go over it and it's over, you get that penalty. As you just said, just Chris has got a penalty there, so he didn't stay in the delta, and then he's got a slap C penalty for it.
Yeah, I was guilty of that yesterday, last week as well. Roland, 1 second. Oh, as Matty's under pressure from Snipes, who is on the soft tyre as well. All over the back with that extra grip. Roland as well. Oh, we got a yellow in second 2 is a Williams. Just Chris has gone off. Major wing damage. So Just Chris' race has gone from bad to worse. It's all kicking off now at the end of this race. Lap 23 of 28. Just Chris retires on track. Oh no, hopefully that doesn't cause a safety car.
No, that's not what you want to see. There's only there's 5 laps left. I don't know whether it would trigger it or not. No, I don't think it has. I think it would have been, so back up to racing speed. What can I say about the Alphas, Lewis? I'm surprised. Loads of VSC again.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. And that is a late one. And you're Roland.
Again.
You again. He's going to be a happy camper right now.
I'll tell you what it does though, it does help Muzza. If you're Muzza, you're like, again, another lap where my opponent can't gain on me and can't overtake me. So, another half lap that can be saved here.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm surprised with the Alpha.
Oh no, he's got a drive-through penalty!
Like we just said, no, he's going to kick himself. Remember, he got a 3 second penalty as well, actually added to his time. That's 8 seconds worth of penalties.
With the he has to do a drive-through.
There's the drive-through, yes. Oh,
drive-through.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So it's an absolute disaster.
Oh, look at Rage Snipes. Rage Snipes. He's gonna get around the outside. Yeah, good move there from Rage Snipes. That is throwing this race wide open for the podium. Cause I think Robert doesn't have any penalties.
Look at Roland. Roland's now with Connell. He has a chance of a top 3 finish.
I was going to say, regarding the Alphas, I'm surprised neither one of them went for the softs. They're both mediums and they're both losing positions here, both in 7th and 8th. So it's not going well for them.
I guess they're hoping that the softs wear out by the end and they'll be able to retake a special again.
Wow. Wow.
There must be an issue going on. There must be an issue with the game.
Yeah, that's
because
3.
That means Muzza can't do his drive-through, can he? Oh, he's doing it.
Yeah, he's going in.
I mean, this will greatly save him. I don't know if he can do a penalty. Oh, is that under safety car? Oh, he's pitting.
No, he's pitting. Oh, he's going to pit and then he's got to go around and do a drive-through. So, it's so unfortunate for him.
Yeah, I think he tried gambling, didn't he? He must have gambled thinking he could do a drive-through.
Yeah. He's going to be absolutely kicking himself now. I mean, there's no way I was saying he just threw away the race.
Drive-through for Profonis.
Oh no! Rage Snipes gone back to. Rage Snipes gone back into the back of Roland. Roland slowed down for the end of the VSC, and he got caught out by Rage Snipes. Rage Snipes got wing damage now.
Oh, and Dan just tried charging through. The race is back on again. That's why.
Yeah.
This is chaos.
This is chaos. Yeah. There's a Roland got wing damage.
This is unreal.
Look at Matty. Look at Matty. We were saying about him on the medium, saying was it going to work out for him? Like, they proved me wrong because I was up to P4. He's all over the back of Connell now. Matty can smell a podium here.
Yeah, this is crazy. So we've got Rob, Jay Prentice, Connell, Matty, Roland in P5. They're side by side. Look at Matty. He's already side by side with Connell. As we head down, DRS.
Look how much more straight line speed he's got. She needs to.
Here we go. He does it.
Yeah, just needs to find a braking zone.
Oh, the Renault in the background, gets in the back of Connell. Oh, Connell's. Oh, and also Dan and Rage are going side by side. I think the softs are already losing their performance.
Oh, Danny goes wide.
Brilliant move by Dan. Round the outside. I think those softs are starting to lose out already.
Yeah, look at Jizzy. Yeah, Jizzy gets past. Wow, this is a thrilling end to the race. Action everywhere. Oh, yeah, Connell's pitting as well.
Must be drive through. All these are all the guys who had drive throughs. The yellow in sector 1.
Might be the Renault of Tebow. Just going slow through there. So yeah, Dan really needs to push now because Roland is losing out to Matty, so give Dan the initiative to push on. As we've got Rage Snipes, we've got Wing Damage losing positions.
Oh, Roland's retired.
Roland's out.
Roland has crashed big time. Oh my god, this race! Those softs have given up already.
We can see the stricken Renault there.
Are we going to get anything? I mean, it's surely too late for a safety car, lap 26. I'm surprised there hasn't been a VSC yet. Yeah, we've had enough VSCs, to be fair. Still yellow, but it looks like it will be cleared. Because normally the safety car would have appeared by now. Yeah, and it is green. As Rob sets personal best. Someone going in the pits. Dan is pitting. Is this for his drive-through, I wonder?
Yeah, I think it might be for his drive-through. Yeah.
And we got a Ferrari off as well. Muzza's had a moment. There's Dan, beats his drive-through. Tebow up to P8. Connell is going to get past Dan, but Dan will stay ahead of Ricky. As we've got 1.5 laps left to go. And Matty Robbo is closing in on Jay Prentice. If he keeps this going, he can get a great DRS run. They're both on very equal ERS. Those slightly fresher mediums are all doing in the job.
Yeah, one thing to say as well is I'm not sure what guys have certain penalties. So one thing I like to do is just leave it to the end, and we'll find out who comes out top. But I don't think Robert's got any penalties off, as far as I'm aware. But he's got a nearly 3.5 second gap to Jay Prentice. We've got Matty. Can he get a run on Jay Prentice here?
He's going to have the DRS.
Is he going to make a lunge? No, thinks better of it. He's going to have one more. He's going to have one more lap to have a go on him. No, Jay Prentice gets a really bad exit. Can he get a run out the final corner? Oh, he does.
Yes, he does.
Jay Prentice had a moment on the curb there.
Yeah, brilliant. That is what he needed. And that is Matty Robbo up into E2.
And I said in qualifying, before the start of the race about Matty being a title contender. He told me before the race he weren't too confident about China, but look at him.
Yeah.
Up to P2.
Great race, great driving from Matty Robbo. And this is what if you're going to do a championship challenge, this is what you got to do. You got to be consistent. There's yellow in sector 1.
Yeah, it's between Ricky and Dan. Oh, Dan's got wing damage from Ricky there. Might have coming together. Just to note as well, McLaren's up into 3rd and 4th. Brilliant races from Jay Prentice and Jizzy tonight. They've kept out of trouble. Like I said, as Robert is going to be finishing up here, coming down to start the back straight for one last time. But look at that as well. If there's another couple of more laps, Matty would have been right in the fight for the win. Look at the gap. The gap's closing quite a lot. But here comes Robert, ran a hairpin for the final time.
Yeah, hopefully Robert doesn't have any 3-second penalties, otherwise Matty will be taking the win again.
Here we go, gonna find out.
So across the line, Rob takes the win, and Matt does finish second. Jay Prentice third. Jizzy is coming across the line now for P4. Justin moves up in P4 actually in the end. Sneaky Tom with P6. Snipes are terrible on the softs in the end. Poor choices in the pits, unfortunately today. Possibly he'll fight back another day. Oh, Tebow, we got a yellow. Tebow is Ricky gets P9 in the end. Tebow is 10th, Dan 11th out of the points.
And
Kelston 12th, and Muzzer.
Yeah, 13. I mean, this man, you know, we don't. He had the win in his hands, really. It's such a shame. But he'll be kicking himself. However, like we said, it's only the start of the season. We've still got 20 races to go. I'm sure we'll see him back up the front sometime soon, as he's just gone off on the final corner. But so lucky for Mozart, but we'll, like I said, sure see him back up the front again soon.
Yeah, it's one of those things. But as it is early days, I don't know how driver of the day was Snipes. I mean, he did do a really, actually to be fair, he did come from the back of the grid. It would have been an awesome strategy, but he was a bit too late, I think, going from mediums to hards. And yeah, picking a soft was a gamble that didn't work in the end for him. So better luck next week for him, but a great victory for Rob. He was competitive last week, and this week he gets that win. Matty, brilliant P2. Jay Prentice, their inspired hard to medium strategy for P3.
That was a hectic last few laps.
That's just what the doctor ordered. That was awesome. So yeah, Justin P4, Jizzy in P5, Sneaky Tom 6th, Rage Snipe 7th, Connell 8th, Ricky 9th, Tebow 10th, Dan in 11th, Kelster 12th, Muzza 13th, and then you've got your retirees, Roland, Just Chris, Blade, Steve, Lars, and Jay. Those were your DNFs as well. So, yeah, let us know your driver of the day. Go on, let us know in the chat. And, we'll let everyone know.
Yeah, I think if I had to give it to someone, I'd probably give it Jay Prentice. Aside from P12, and he's got his first podium in Contest of Speed, so yeah, congratulations to him there.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. I'll do the invites, just save the screen from going to blue. But yeah, it was really, really good result from everyone there. Apart from obviously, I mean, you feel for the guys like Muzzer and Roland, who at the end particularly had such a... It's just one of those though, it can happen. Right, so we've got that, and then last one. I don't think I have. I don't think I have Jay Prentice as a friend.
You bear with me. Okay. Yeah, so while we get those in.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
There's only one thing I can describe that race: sweaty.
I can imagine.
Well done, you two. Good victory game there. It makes up for last week. And Matty, you always go past me. Made a mistake out in the final corner.
I was a bit worried.
No, I mean, I had a penalty anyway. I got a penalty for cutting the corner once, but I was going to sort of challenge it if it affected the result, but it doesn't.
I was warning away. That's why I was bricking it. Not gonna lie.
Pardon?
I was warning away. That's why I was bricking it.
Well, I just in that sort of played it off because I knew my brother was holding everybody up back behind me. He was playing the team game like he did last week, so.
That's what brothers do.
Yeah. Well, no, it's pleasing. It's not normally
So
on here.
I think we're all here, Lewis.
Yeah, we're all here. Right, okay, brilliant. So we'll start off with P3. And also make sure your mics are on shared. So Jay Prentice, well done. A really good strategy. One of the very few that, in fact, in terms of one-stoppers, you chose to go for hards to mediums, and the safety car worked out perfectly for you. So, tell us how your race was.
Yeah, I mean, I knew the strategy I had starting from 12th would have got me up the grid. My race pace has always been better than my quali pace anyway, so I wasn't worried about that. And yeah, like you say, the safety car fell really well for me. A lot of people came in, put softs on, and simply burned them up. So we had a couple of issues, obviously, with VSCs, didn't we? They burned them up, and my mediums just simply hung on. I know Matty got me at the end, but he faster me all race, so I wasn't really expecting for that not to happen, to be honest.
Yeah, I was surprised at the hard guys. I mean, the VSC did them the best of favours to try and keep their tyres lasting, but still, some of the guys after 4 laps, that was it. The advantage was well and truly over. So it just wasn't a tyre to use. And yeah, well, you picked the right time to pit, obviously with your strategy and with the safety car working in your favour. Yeah, really good result for you, and good haul of points going to the next round.
Yeah, it's nice. The last time I was on a podium, I think in this particular league, it was at Monza, and that was done for his steward's room, so it's nice to actually do it on track. And this one felt a bit better anyway, because it was just, everything just sort of fell into place. And yeah, I just made the best of what I had. My pace over 1 lap is poor anyway, so at that point you build it all around your race strategy, whereas a lot of people seem to do quali first, think about the race. And yeah, mine was the other way around. My hards hung on really well throughout, so I didn't lose any time to the guys when they put on new hards. Because I was sort of talking to my brother the whole time through, and I lost about 1 second to him, and he'd put on the fresh chards about 5 laps earlier, so it was testament to how well the tyres held on. And then yeah, from there, it was just picking off people. And then once they were all behind me, hanging on. It was a race of 2 halves, really.
Yeah, well, that's congratulations at P3 today, and all good luck for the next race.
Thank you very much.
P2, and it sounds like you were pretty surprised to be getting a good result today, from what I heard from KV. Well done, mate, getting P2, another podium finish, and keeping your P1 in the championship.
Yeah, P1. That's unheard of. I think probably a bit unexpected with those around me. I think today sort of proves. I think I'm going to be about, in terms of pace, I'm like a P net 5 behind Muzzer, Robert, Ricky, and Rage Snipes. I just, like most of the race, I just didn't have the pace with these guys. I think I said it during my footage as well. It's just like these guys are just, a good 3 or 4 attempts at that, just a little bit quicker than what I am. So to get P2 was surprising. I think the VSC massively helped. that situation. I think the guys pitting ahead sort of made my decision to go in and pit, so it was just nice and easy. And then, yeah, it was just frustrating that you couldn't really get a rhythm because the VSC kept on coming out for like the next 3 laps towards the end. But you know, happy, good result. Probably could have been some more good points for Alpha. Danny's fuming about a VSC penalty that he got.
Yeah,
but apparently he was green and it didn't come up on his dashboard, so...
Yeah, well, this is what happened to me last week in in Spain. Like, for me, it was about to end VSC, and it only just went negative, and it went straight to drive-through penalty. Doesn't even give you the chance to back out. So this is known in the game. I had it last week. It is something, and it's caught a lot of people out today. So I think we'll all have to be a bit more careful with it.
Yeah, I think the other 2 guys here would clarify this and probably experience it as well. It's the snail section that's just catching everyone out. You lose you lose like 6/10 like from the delta. It's ridiculous because that's what caught out Roland, and then Rage Snipes went into the back of Roland. I think Connell got caught out as well. That's why I was able to overtake him when it went green straight away. That's why I got the drive past those 2, and it's just like it. I mean, I feel sorry for him because it's just stupid, but you know.
Yeah, it's what it is. Sort of cut in there. Connell was getting caught out behind me because I'd experienced the first time around the first sector. He was going extra slow. I don't think he was expecting it, and then when it did sort of go to green back to red, very, very quickly had to stand on the brakes. It got me about a second, but yeah, to sort of back it up, yeah, it's ridiculous. You would lose in sort of 3/4 of a second easily if you weren't awake. So yeah, it's mega frustrating. Obviously, it's worked for me. But yeah, mega frustrating.
Yeah, just a final note from me. Just say congrats to Jay Prentice. Good result for you, mate. I'm sure you're thrilled. Robert, probably deserved after last week. So well done, mate. And I'll let Lewis continue.
Yes, Robert, welcome to Victory Lane in Contest of Speed. Yeah, I was very unlucky last week, was right there. But yeah, this week, get the job done, and you were, to be fair, starting to catch Muzza, and then the safety car wiped his lead out. But yeah, talk us through how your race was.
Yeah, so in qualifying I was actually really disappointed because I did a 30.9 on the mediums, but earlier today I think I did a 30.4, so I think I could have been right with Mazda at the start, but because of that I had a lot of traffic at the beginning with Steve and Roland, I think, and that gave Mazda a pretty big lead of like 8 seconds. But once I got past these guys and they all pitted, I slowly started to cut into the lead, and well, I think Mazda got a penalty eventually. I heard from someone in my party, so I was just trying to get in that 3 seconds, and then the safety car happened, and by then I was pretty happy because if I didn't get any warnings, I was pretty sure I would be the winner of that race. But then after the restart Mazda caught me by surprise. I was like 1.5 seconds behind, but then I think with the VSC, like, I don't know, 4 VSCs came out, and one of them, Mazda, got the drive-through at like the exact same position of all the other guys in the snail section. You have to slow down to like literally, I think 20 kilometers an hour. If you're like, it's ridiculous, the delta around turn 2 and 3. And that was just really unlucky for Mazda because I think he would have easily gotten onto the podium otherwise. But,
yeah, absolutely. He was we again caught out by the virtual safety car glitch. He did have 3 seconds already, so he would have struggled to have won. But yeah, unfortunate for him. But anyway, didn't matter. Like, you didn't get any penalties. You were catching him before the safety car anyway, and once obviously those issues with Muzza, it was I'm sure it didn't feel like it at the time, but it looked very comfortable. You know, you got the gap early on, and you were able to just pace yourself to the end. So congratulations on a well-deserved victory, and good luck for the next race next week on Monday.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
no worries.
it's better, obviously, for last week when you had a victory stolen away. So yeah, very well done.
Yeah, redemption.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
was slightly hurt by that, but okay.
Sorry, Matt, but got to
That's alright. Yeah, don't blame you.
Yeah. Well, that concludes today's broadcast. Thank you very much for watching. KV, thank you very much for saving the day with the stream as well.
Woo, yeah!
We were getting, it was a bit shaky, we were getting a bit twitchy, but we got there in the end, so yeah, well done everyone. And everyone who's watched, we're back next week for Tier 3. Or actually, no, this week we've got the Tier 2 guys tomorrow, myself and KV will be in action, and Tier 1 on Wednesday as well. Also, we've got the AM2 on Tuesday, and isn't AM1 on Wednesday or Thursday?
AM1 is on Wednesday at 9 PM Eastern Time, which is 2 AM in the UK.
There you go. So, yeah, we got plenty more racing still to come this week. And also Thursday we got the EU Tier 4, which is a new tier this season. But yeah, thank you very much. Cheers, KV, once again. Thanks for standing in.
No problem.
It's been great.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no worries. It's yeah, we'll be back tomorrow for more Contest of Speed. But until then, have a great rest of your evening, and we'll see you very soon.